Back in London, back at Waterloo Station again, because it's cheap and convenient. But I've got to get up to Victoria Station, up that end. I've just walked it this morning. I went up to get an induction, had a look round site, walked back. It was about half an hour, but I didn't fancy walking half an hour with all that on the back. So I've downloaded myself one of the Dot app, and I'm going to ride up. I have to go past Westminster and up past where Westminster Abbey and all that sort of stuff. So if I get there alive, I'll let you know how I got on. I've got me hand tools in the front and the power tools on the back. So, and it's a what's it called? Battery powered bike. So it should give me some assistance. I'll let you know how I'm getting on. That was a journey. I couldn't find it. You have to park in a designated spot and I couldn't find anywhere to put it. It was a pain in the arse. But I thought, oh, it'd be quite cheap. It was 20, no it wasn't. It was £5. £5 to ride that bike up here. It's like less than a mile. I'm using them anymore. Anyway, let's have a look what we've got to do. We've got two 4-core 120s in parallel. The cable gang have brought them through the wrong rung, useless sods, so I'll have to pull them back up, put them back through that one, the correct rung. And then I say they need terminating, they haven't got the lugs, so I can gland them but I can't terminate them. Then there's a 4-core 185, it's got to go up and over the back and down, and then as you would predict, it comes all the way down to the bottom. And if you look where how the terminations are, right? The terminations are in there. There's your termination plate, but look. So your neutral, can you see it? The neutral and L1 to that extent are below that trunking. So the trunking's going to have to get absolutely mullered to get them cables in. There's enough room, I suppose. There's quite a bit of room there. I'll just have to bear in mind that there are other things, although there's a lot of spares written on there, but there is a lot of other cables coming in, so I can't take up too much room. It's dripping, honestly, dripping out of me. I've just got my steps delivered, so I'm going to get the gland plate marked, get it drilled, get it fitted, then I can get an exact measure of where the cables are going to drop, and then I can cut them almost to length, so then it's sort of, I'm going to point you up there and you're looking at me. Got a lot of room up to the ceiling, so I'll have to lose whatever I need in there up into there somewhere, and then bring them back down and over. But we'll have a look at that in a bit. I'll get this gland plate looked at and get it drilled, get it fitted, refitted, get the glands in and get some measures done, and I'll be back with you. I don't need this, like. I just can't make the glands fit. I don't know what's wrong with them. I've got one on, got that one tightened up. I was on that for about half an hour trying to get it tight. I had to change the gland. I put a different gland on, right? I've been and got a new gland, put that on. I just can't make it bite. It just will not bite. So that's had two different glands. That one still won't bite. That one was the same though. It had to be, and I mean, like incredibly precise. But it just won't. It's starting to get on my nerves now. I'm gonna have another go at it, see if I can do it, but it's 3:15 and this is all I've done. Drilled those 2 holes and got 1 gland fitted. So I'm trying to mess about with this now. And it's really annoying. Really hot and I just can't be chilled with it. Sweat's just running out of me. Right, I'm going to give this another go. Don't let it beat you, Tony. Don't need daft cables. Yeah, that's fine. That's those 2 in. I'm going to prep them for tomorrow, strip them back because the lugs are coming first thing tomorrow morning. Stick them on. There, stick them on, terminate them, and then I'm going to move on to this one. Unfortunately, this is going to be a cow. I'll take those 1, 2, 3. Take those 3 rods out. The cable is going to have to go over the back of the rack, like I said previously, over there, down, in, and into that. But I'm going to have to lose it all, like pull this side of the loop, like up into there, push it along that rack until it hits that really, and then I'm hoping that there's enough that I can bend it back, because obviously I'll be putting the gland on about there, so this will be all relatively flexible, not incredibly but relatively. So that's tomorrow's work. I'm going to put my stuff away now, and yeah, that's the day. I'm going to go and have a shower because I'm sweating. Maybe go to the gym a little bit. I've only gone and forgot my bloody towel, so I'm going to get showered. Apparently I have to go to Primark, which is over the other side of the river. So I'm going to finish my beer and then I'm going to set off and see if they sell towels in Primark. Honestly, I wouldn't allow me out the house. Oh man, am I tired. Got a Santander bike, went up to Oxford Street, anyway found an Argos, so the towel's been purchased, but I am not tired. It's, what time is it now? 10 to 5 to 9. I just can't be bothered. I cannot be bothered to go at the shower. I bet I've walked about 6 miles today, and then I've cycled another couple of miles. All because I forgot a towel. Well, not all because I forgot a towel, but some of it was. Anyway, I think I might get up early in the morning and walk down to the gym. No one's going to care if I stink in the van either. So I'm going to go in the morning early on, get up about 6, walk round to the gym, have a shower, and then come back, get changed and walk up to work. Because I'm ready for bed. I'm a tired little soldier. And I've got a decent amount of graft to do tomorrow, so the more sleep I get, the better, really. So I'll see you in the morning. I don't want to go. I've got half a beer left. I'm going to drink that and I'm kip. Knackered. See you in the morning. See, I'm just walking up to work. It's like 8:10. It's just the difference in the street. Before all the tourists wake up, they're all sat in the hotels having the breakfast now. And then they get up and the streets are just absolutely rammed. But now, it's quite nice. Pretty decent walk without bumping into people. About 20 minutes to go. I'm gonna have a shower at work as I didn't go last night to the gym. Right, here we are in the warmest room in the world. So, the job today is, I've already, if you can remember from yesterday, there was 3 rods. 1, 2, 3. So they're gone. That one's obviously still in, but it's laid at an angle. That's no problem. Right, the idea, I'm gonna have to unclip that 50mm cable there because it goes over the top and I need it out the way. So I'm gonna drill a hole in the gland plate, get the measure up and over because it's got to go over the back of the rack. So the cable will probably, the last tie will probably be on that one there, on that rung there. So then it'll rise up over the top and down. Get the gland on, get it all stripped right the way down, and then I'll be able to lift it up and in. And you know what I forgot? I knew I'd forget something this morning. I forgot my bloody stand. So I'm going to have to try and find somewhere for this to go. So yeah, that's the job for today. Well, job for this morning. What I'm doing now is I'm creating the bend, how it will look. So I've got, if you can see, zoom in a little bit. There we go, that's picking up my finger, but there's a tag on it there, right? So I think that's where the last one's going to be. And then I'm going to pull it up, pull it back a bit. With the ratchet strap, with the ratchet puller. So it sort of makes that sort of shape up, and then it'll drop away. And then what I'm going to do is get my, there it is in the back of there, get the mimic cable, the measure cable, template cable, and let it flow off the top of that one, round and down onto the where the gland is. And the gland is there, look. So it's gonna, like I said, it's not coming through the rungs, it's going to go over the back. So it doesn't matter where, everything's got to come up, out the way, and then I can feed it back down into the gland and out the front. I'll try and set the camera up so it can see that process happening, but I'm just letting you know that's what I'm doing here. I'll put the camera down and I'll see if I can just do the capture of what's going on. Right, glands on, just in case you're wondering how warm it actually is. It's that warm. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to have to climb up on the panel, lift the cable up and into this area, and hopefully I can get it down into the cableway. So there's going to be some moderate illegal activities. Oops. Right, that's somewhere near. Just in case you were wondering how hot it actually is. And there's still more. Make sure you keep your PPE on. It's all cold. Right then, day 3. So we're on these little fellas. Not quite sure what size they are, but I've got 50mm coming down, comes across into there, and then on straight onto the bars. So there's 3 in here to do, and there's 1 in there to do. I'm waiting on the lugs because they're 8mm holes. What's this one? Oh yeah, that's there's 2 185s going in there, 2 120s going in there. There they are. And then what's that? Meter and control, and then the mains. What's that? Changeover section. So there, this isn't even the mains panel really. This is just a changeover panel for different things. I don't even know where the mains is, to be honest. And it's only an office block. Crazy, isn't it? All this for just offices. And there's another 2 in different rooms along the way. And then obviously there'll be a mains somewhere, so I'll have to find that out. So I've got 2 away, and then what I've got to do now is make a decision. of which one to take next, because that cable, those cores, sorry, obviously they go onto the fronts. So the neutral's okay, the neutral will come around the front of everything, and then so it'll drift across like that, and it'll switch down there, right? So that's all right, that's self-explanatory. Now, I've got the L1. So do I take L1 in first, right? So L1 goes in first, but then that blocks off. So L3, so now do I take L3 across and take it up high, and then let it drop down, and then I can get L1 on this cable underneath it, because I like the, I mean I could take L3 from this cable and put it on the back, but I sort of like the, it doesn't make any difference, I know, but I sort of like to have them, if I'm putting one cable on the back, I like all of them on the back, and then put these ones on the front. Stupid thing I do, but what do I do? Because then, so that one goes up high and then drops down. This one goes into the back, but I can't put this one in until I've put L1 in, because it will cut L1 off, because that is there, look, L2, it's at the front of the panel, but I need to put that core onto the back. So I'd need that one, I need L1 in before I put LC. It's not just throwing them in, you've got to have a think about it. So this is what I'm doing now. I'm planning, those two were self-explanatory, that was fine, the neutral and L1 on this cable, got those in, that's fine. And now I've got to sit and discuss with myself how I'm going to do the rest of it. So I shall let you know. So that's the L3 in the grazing. So what I've done is I've took it really high up there and then brought it down. So now what I can do is I can get this L1, get the brown across, and it'll sit underneath. Now I've made that one really high, so I can sit that underneath, bring it down in front of that. Then I can get this one on the back of L2, and again, because I'll make that one as high as I can up into that crux of those cables, which will allow that one to float across the front and have a decent roll down straight, and then the L2 that's hidden away here can come across the front without too much stuff in its way and just drop straight on, because there you go, look, that's almost straight anyway. That's got a little bend in it, see that? needs straightening out. So I'm going to bend that brown across now and see where it gets us. I'm going to install it. I'm going to put it in, I'm going to crimp it, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, that's the brown in. So that's the only one we've got two on at the minute. Now the decision is, do I put the first black in, which would be this one here, or do I put the grey L3 away? Now would it affect anything? Because what I'm thinking is, obviously if I put a cord there, that's going to inhibit my hand getting on to this one. So I think I'll put the L3, this one, onto there next, and then I've got freedom to work. I'll put both of the L2s away, the two blacks away, and then what will happen is that blue will bend in a similar sort of bend to the brown, across like that, and then obviously it'll just continue on, bump, and then straighten down. So yeah, I'm going to put that L3 onto its mounting, and I'll check back with you and see what that looks like. Yeah, that was the right decision. So now that the grey's on, the two greys are on, all the crosses are high up, and then what that allows me to do now is work freely on this one without having to I don't need to go to the back anymore, so it's just the two front bars that I need to access. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to attack that one now. So that one's going to go on the back side of that bar, and then this one here should just float across and onto the front. But I'm going to do both of those and then check back. There we go. So that's both blacks in, both greys and both browns. So now it's a matter of, that's going to sweep across. I want to make it follow the same line as the L1, obviously, till it gets to there, and then it'll set down and it'll find its way down with the other blue. I can't film it, unfortunately, because if I put it there, you're just going to see my fat head and back. So on this occasion, you'll just have to take my word for it. Well, there's video evidence to prove that it's in, but not so much how I did it. I have to wait for another video for that. Two 4-core 120s, FP 600. Completed it, mate. So there we go. See how that one follows. There we go. It follows the same line as the brown and then drops off. So there we go. I might stick that on Instagram. See that, look? That's the problem with London in the summer. Absolutely no breeze up there, so there's no chance of a breeze down here. This is the difference. Westminster Bridge from, what time is it now, 8:22, and when I walk back around about 4 o'clock-ish, you'll be able to see just how many people want to come and take photographs of it, of the clock tower and all varying surroundings. It's unbelievable. But yeah, I'll show you the comparison. This is the other side of the bridge, so this is just for comparison for later on. There's the two different sides. You'll be getting it from the other direction. There we go, look. And actually, it's not really that busy, because I don't know whether it's because it's overcast or what, but it's a little bit different from this morning. There we go, look. This is actually coming up the Westminster Bridge, so I'm just walking past the clock tower now. It's up there. I've seen it a million times. But then, look. Completely different to this morning. Forgot about this. These are all the famous people in Parliament Square. There's Churchill. Oh, yes. And then, who's this fellow? Who's that? David Lloyd George with his wavy coat. He's carrying a cowboy hat. And this is Jan Christian Smuts. You must never forget that name. Quality piece of naming. Oh, there's Viscount Palmerston, obviously. I mean, you know who that is. And who's this? Oh, it just says Derby. Was he the start of the football team? Derby County? I don't know. There's Millicent Garrett Fawcett doing a bit of knitting there. Don't know what that is, can't even read it. And there's Gandhi. Quite taller than I thought. Now that one is, it just says Peel. Is it Robert Peel? The inventor of the police people? Possibly. And then there's Nissan main dealer.
Filming yourself?
Yep. And here we go. Yes, boy! Off in a wanna.
What's that tool you use for that? I see that on the last job.
Right, there's this morning's job. Time's at now 20 past, about 2 hours it's took me to do that. So I've only glanded them. So it's now termination times. So they go. Let's have a look. So we've got that one, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So hopefully I can make them just. Might be able to make a cableway look half decent here. You never know. Stick with it. Right then, can you remember the 4 25mm that I put in this morning? Can't finish them off because there's no lugs. So I moved on to 2 185s that were in the same room. Can't do them because there's no lugs. I didn't start them though. I was prepping them, but I didn't continue with them. So now I've moved into a different room, and I'm doing this cable. So it's a 4-core 185. It is the other end of one of those cables that go into the ATS that I've looked at, but I'm not doing. So where we're at the moment, holes drilled. Hang on a second. Cables measured and rung. So now I should strip it, put the gland on, and then what I'm hoping is up in there. I might need to take that rod out, I don't know yet. But if it is, it's not an issue to take it out, it's pretty simple. Lose that in there and then back down and in. That's my plan. See if it comes to fruition, eh? And then I can terminate this one because they have got the lugs, so at least I'll get some money in today. It's been a bit of a bum week. Right, a little bit of a competition. Not for anything, just for a laugh really. On this 185, right, I don't know why, I just counted how many strands of armour in there are, right? See if you can guess. I'll give you a quick look. There. And there's the piece on the floor. So see if you can guess how many they are. Like I say, you don't win anything, just for crack. This is it. Don't get scared now. still quite a bit of messing about to do with it, just straightening it up and whatever else, but that's basically it. As you can see, there's not a lot of room. Sometimes you have to take your PPE off because obviously I couldn't fit in with the helmet on. I should have said I couldn't fit my helmet in, but you know, you can't do that on YouTube, can you? So I'm going to get new, and I'm going to use the ratchet straps and whatever else to straighten this up. I'll wire it in place, and then we can get some tie wraps on when it's set. And I can terminate this one now, which is good. I can actually make some money. Power jointers. So I came in there, and it goes right down. I have to keep, obviously, I have to keep it out the way of those ones because there's other cables coming in to go in there. So I have to set it back. And then, not the greatest job in the world, but a big cable in a tight space like that, you ain't got much option really. Anyway, I'm worked up now, so I'm gonna have to go and find him and see what he wants me to do for the remainder of the afternoon. It's now 12:30. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go and find him and see what he's got to say. I've still got a way to walk now to Waterloo over the bridge. Turn left, not too far away from the wheel actually. But that's it for today there this week, sorry. I'll be travelling back home in 5-10 minutes time. Well, I think I might go and get something to eat because traffic's going to be horrific at this time of day. So I think I'll go and get something to eat. Might even have a sleep. Christ, this bag's heavy. Right, that's me, done, signing off. Thank you very much for watching. I don't know how long it's going to be this week, but I've got some editing to do. I've got 3 videos to edit this week, so there'll be a bumper crop of ridiculousness for you to watch. I am going to go and get something to eat now, and I might even go to the gym and get a wash because I've been sweating all day. But as usual, thank you for watching. You can subscribe if you want, you can like it if you want, not forcing you to. I'm not going to come around your house and look for you, but little thumbs up, and I'll see you next week. Hopefully there's some better content. Hopefully. See you later.